Assalamualaikum. Good morning, my dear viewers. How are you? I hope you are in well position today, as me. Today I have come in front of you with I have come in front of you according to my promise because I have promised with you that I will raise a topic on every day for you. Because mostly I don't try to absent my promise. This is my a kind of childhood habit. So according to my promise today, really I have created a topic for you today. I think this topic will be very helpful, very interesting for you because the title of the topic is what is education. So even I decided to create this topic maybe because recently I have visited I think to so many different types of high school. Then I met with so many students. Then even I asked them, what have you been doing? At that time they said, we have been learning education. Then I asked from them, do you know what is education? From them, is it visible? Can you show me your education? How far did you learn? How far have you learned? Can you show me your education? Even most of the students were unable to answer the question. Then at that time I realized that this is not their mistake. This is not their weakness. This is our weakness because today they are a student. For example, I think we are teachers, suppose. This is our responsibility to teach them. If we don't teach them, how can they be able to know? For example, we have to teach them, then they will be able to multiply their views, their ingenuities, their creativities. If you don't teach them, how can they be able to multiply their ingenuities? Maybe, I think their teacher didn't teach them. Nobody allowed them what is education. Nobody defined them. For this reason, today I have decided to define what is education. Even you know very well, everybody has been learning education, but we should know the definition of education. If we don't know definition of education, maybe we will not be able to study properly our education. Before studying, before doing something, we have to know the I think reality. We have to know the root causes before doing anything. We have to know the root causes. We have to know the objective. Then we will be able to do everything very easily. So for this reason, today I would like to clarify. Today I would like to explicate. I would like to define. I would like to explain as far as I can about education. What is education? So, according to my ingenuity, according to my observation, according to my experiment, according to my opinion, education means a kind of practice to know right and wrong, justice and injustice, true or false, fake or pure, merit and consequences. Even without education, we will not be able to understand what is right, which is wrong, which is justice, which is injustice, which is true, which is false, and which is advantage, which is consequences. Without education, we will not be able to understand this. We have to be very careful like this. Even so, what is education? Education means a kind of exercise. This is invisible. If anybody can, I think if somebody come and say, can you touch your education? Can you hold your education? Can you show your education? Can you, I think, show me your education? This is education means this is a kind of abstract now. Nobody can show. But I think by seeing capability, ability, ingenuity, experience, doing, behavior, attitude, temper, mood, then we will be able to understand whether he or she is educated or not. Even I think, how can I say, by seeing body figure, I think will not be able to assess and to evaluate, to realize whether he or she is educated or not. So even I have seen also, even most of the students I have seen are studying very properly. Also, I have seen some parents, some students, uh, that they are not studying properly. Even most of the parents I have seen, they don't like to send their children to their school. Because even I asked, also I met with some of the parents, why don't you like to send your children to school? They said, to I think, how can I say, to be educated, we need to spend so much money, so much time. Instead of this kind of spending money on education, if we put our money, I think, at the bank, I think in the future time, the whole life we will have no any problem for us. We will have no any kind of financial problem for us. Why do we need to learn education? Then even at that time, then how can I say, I explained him also as far as I could. So for this reason, I decided to make a lesson to, I think, how can I say, to educate, to let all international people know, I think, for example, whether we should spend money or not on education. Then according to my observation, we should spend money on education, because even if we are not educated at that time, we will not be able, I think, to conserve and to preserve our property, dignity, and our wealth. Even suppose today I am a billionaire, but I have no educational experiences. But even when I have no educational experience and practice, maybe very soon I will be implicated. I will be entangled with so many different types of conflicts, problems, and quarrel, because I have no educational experiences to stabilize me, to advise me, to counsel me, to direct me, to guide me. For example, so suppose unexpectedly, maybe I have mixed with so many smugglers, so many drug dealers, so many bad habited people. Maybe unexpectedly, maybe I have been, for example, for 5 years in the jails, in the custody. Then after the 5 years, then suppose I have released after the 5 years. Then after the 5 years, even my family condition, my everything, my family condition, my business, my properties, all have been damaged, for example. So at that time, for example, even my family has squandered, my family has, I think, misused all my saving and earning. At that time, after the jails, and even I have no money even to, I think, to carry out my family expenditures. At that time, even I have to decide to be poor or to be lavish, for example. So for this reason, I would like to say you, investing money on education is, I think, the best investing. For example, even I think investing money on education is better than investing money on business, because if you invest so much money on your education, I think this education will reflect very soon. This education will benefit not only you, but also your villages, but also your township, but also your country, but also your world. Because if you can be a real and perfect, I think, educated person at that time, I think he will be able to benefit so many different types of people even over the world. Because so even when a person can be a real educated person at the time, he no need to seek money, money will seek him. For example, so I would like to let you know, I would like to suggest you today from this place, if I think if you want to invest your money on the correct way, invest your money on education. So it means, so I would like to extend my conversation today again, because even if I don't clear, I think, our message, the next generation will not be able to understand the theme of the topic. If I make short videos, I think they will not be able to understand the theme of the topic. So when I have started a topic, also I have to, I think, conclude with logics, and then I think I have to explain, I think, how can I say, as far as I can, deeply, to be understood by the viewers. So it means if we don't study, what will be our lives? It become a question. If without human being without education mean like animals. Even today animals have no rule and regulation. They have no schedule for their life. They have no ingenuity. They have no they have no, I think, preparation to take any plan. So even human beings should have preparation to maintain their life. For example, even we don't have any preparation, if we don't have any schedule to maintain our life, I think we'll be mixed, we'll be entangled, we'll be, I think, implicated with the problems and the conflicts. So I think, to refrain from the conflicts, to be a stay away from the conflicts, we have to learn education. Education means we have been learning so many different types of experiences daily. I think I think daily basis to maintain. I think which will directly benefit and affect in our daily life. For example, so for this reason, for example, today from here, I'd like to encourage. I'd like to suggest all our parents, all our new generation, I think to study very attentively education, to invest money on education, for example. So even to educate the children, I think if, for example, most of the parents I have seen, they have sent their children at, I think, to school. This is not enough. I think to educate properly a child, I think we must cooperate. At first, maybe parents must be first teachers. Parents must be first teachers of the for the children, and second teacher must be private teachers. Even parent alone cannot teach everything to their children. Second teacher must be private teacher, and I think, how can I say, fourth teacher. I think third teacher must be school teachers. If, for example, parents, I think private teachers, school teachers, and a student don't collaborate for the better educational climate, I think there is less possibility to be excellent and brilliant and smart educated people. Thank you so much. I hope you have understood well my explanation. If you, I think most of my viewers are very brilliant and very stronger than me. So I think, if you are very stronger than me, at least I think my explanation will benefit to your, I think, current existing knowledge and experiences. Thank you so much. So very soon, I think, for example, if this lesson is very useful for you, please don't forget to appreciate and welcome. Very soon, I will come again in front of you. Thank you so much for your time with me.